What's up, everyone? Happy Saturday. I'm going to talk about the Doobie Brothers today. I've actually never, ever talked about the Doobie Brothers on my channel, which is really unbelievable. And I was thinking about that the other day. Somebody asked me a question about the Doobie Brothers, like, Rick, why haven't you talked about the Doobie Brothers? In a comment, and I thought, I have no idea. I love the Doobie Brothers. I used to play the Doobie Brothers a lot when I was in high school, all the time. One of my favorite bands. I've never mentioned them once on this channel. We're going to talk about them in a second, but I have a couple things. So I'm playing in Chicago on November 18th at Park West. Tickets are on sale. They'll be in the description below, or you can go to their website and get tickets. I'm going to be doing one of my Rick Beato unedited shows where I do breakdown of what makes a song great. I talk about a bunch of different things, and it's really fun. I mean, for me, these are very, very fun gigs, and it's great to get out and see people. I said yesterday on a live stream on Instagram that I may do something. I may go over to Chicago Music Exchange. I probably will the day before. I don't know when, but I'll probably show up there. I've never been to that store. I like to go to music stores in the towns that I go visit, just like I did in Iceland, even though I didn't make a video about it. But I always go and visit the local music stores. One of my favorite things to do. And I have a gig in London that is on, I just announced it yesterday, or on Wednesday, is on March 30th of next year. And I think a lot of the tickets are sold out. So I don't know I don't know if they're going to add a show, but anyways, go check it out. Or maybe the floor is sold out in the balcony. But as I was on the live stream yesterday on Instagram, people were like, Rick, the gig's sold out. I said, there's no way it can be. Go to there. If you're in London and want to see the show, go check it out. It's at the Bloomsbury Theater, which is about 550 seat theater. And one of my buddies, Harper, who was over visiting the other day, is like, oh, I've been there before. I was like, what? No way. He's like, yeah, I went to this show. I went to a show there. I said, come on, you've been there. He's like, yeah. Anyways, I just thought that was very funny. And my Ultimate Bundle is on sale. I'm just going to run the sale for another week, which is all of my educational products. I know it annoys people on here, but this is how I make a living. And it's actually a way that you can purchase something to help me do things like I did with my Thomas Newman interview, where I go out, I hire a camera crew, I fly out to LA, I rent a studio, and I do an interview with legends like Thomas Newman, the film composer who did, we talked about, 1917. We talked about Shawshank Redemption, American Beauty, The Green Mile, Cinderella Man, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. He's done so many huge soundtracks. He's done 75 soundtracks, and he's unbelievable. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. But my Ultimate Bundle is my ear training course, which has 80 video lessons, hundreds of interactive training modules, 27-page booklet, my 500-page Beato Book Interactive, which has video lessons, video lectures, and audio examples. And I've rewritten the whole book. And my Quick Lessons Pro guitar courses, all for $99 total. If you want to get a better ear and be able to figure out things like I'm going to play along when I play along with Doobie Brothers songs now, this is how I do it. I listen to the stuff. I don't have perfect pitch, but I know what the intervals are, and I know what the chords are because I have a vocabulary of recognized sounds. And I'm going to attempt to play some of these songs, play along with it, with the guitar at a really weird angle. Like this. That's okay. I might mess up a little bit. I'm going to try and get it like this so you can see, because some of the songs here have some really interesting parts. Okay. So there's two different phases of the band. There's the early phase of the band, which has amazing songs. And then there's the Michael McDonald. I believe he joined in 75, if I'm not mistaken. And there's the Michael McDonald band, which is equally great. Okay. But I want to talk about my favorite songs. I'm going to talk about 7 songs or so. And And one of them is a B-side that is one of the best riff songs of the 70s, I think. One of the best guitar riff songs. It's kind of an unknown song. It's a song I used to play in high school. I'm going to do that last, so stick around for it. But it's got a really tricky riff to play. That's a Skunk Baxter riff in the main part of the song. You may not even know it. I asked my brother John, I said, do you know this song? He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so early songs. You've got this, obviously. Long Train Running. Guitar player used to learn. See them all run and watch them disappear. Without love, where would you be now? Without love. Okay, so what's amazing about this song is that it's a vamp song, right? With so it's G minor 7 to F over G, very 70s song, killer melody, killer singing, and then C minor 7, same shapes. Without love. That to me is amazing. I love how they use sus chords there to really create the tension on the end of the chorus like that, right? Listen again. Let me go back here. Listen. And they do the suspension in the vocals and the harmonies, and also the groove is incredibly great. Listen to the bass and the drums. And you have in the left speaker, you have the kind of the acoustic guitar improv thing, and then you have the electric guitar rhythm in the right speaker. Once again, in the 70s was all about not having mirror parts, or what I call big mono, which kind of became the norm in the 90s and the 80s, where they play the same thing in both sides. In the 70s, they would play different things in each side. So that's why I always call 70s music headphone music, okay? Things that would pan, you think of Pink Floyd, you think of Queen, you think of the Doobie Brothers, headphone music, right? Where there's different things going on in different speakers. So, without love. So, listen to Long Train Running. Incredibly great song. One of their early hits. Next, another song. Same record. China Grove. Okay, I love the fill. I love the inversions too. Just that simple, right? With that first inversion, A major chord. But the real brilliance of the song is the singing, the melody. Oh my God. Listen. Killer drum fill. Okay, so that's really killer drumming. I love the whole 70s funky drums, funky bass, the melodic, the blues melodies, Tom Johnson, Patrick Simmons, the great guitar work there that they did, like they've got the hookiest guitar riffs, and they have killer melodies, and they have killer groove, right? So it's like the perfect combination of everything. This is the kind of the ultimate 70s jam rock that goes along with the Allman Brothers and bands like that. This is really strong writing, strong singing, and great groove music. These songs, to me, never have never lost a step in the entire time that I've been listening to them. And I don't know why I've never talked about the Doobie Brothers. It's honestly, it's kind of embarrassing that I've not talked about the Doobie Brothers before now. And I apologize to people for that. Okay. Okay. So China Grove, hold on, sorry. Yeah. Off their first record, listen to the music. Great melody. I love this. And yeah, right there they go to the A sus. What the people need is a way to make them smile. It ain't so hard to do if you know how. Gotta get a message, get it all through. I love the blues feel on that. And then, once again, here we go. Oh. Listen to the bass. Dun, 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 dun. He goes, dun, da, 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 da. That's it. And I love dum, 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 bum. When you actually stagger the bass notes, and this is a thing of the 70s, funky bass lines. Dum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum, ba bum. Just you really don't have that kind of playing. You have it with a lot of the jam bands of the era, like the Allman Brothers, but this is very, very specific to the 70s. Listen to music, one of the finest songs of the 70s, I think. Honestly, and the bridge. Flanger, and then like a lazy flowing river, beautiful. Surrounding castles in the sky, and the crowd is growing bigger. You notice there's like a flanger on the whole mix. It sounds like. I mean, this is really great. I love the flange. It's amazing. It's just absolutely brilliant. And this is Ted Templeman that produced this record. Toulouse Street. Ted Templeman, for those of you that don't know, is one of the finest producers who did Van Halen, pretty much all the Van Halen. Ted is absolutely a genius producer, and this stuff is just so good. He knew he knew, I mean, I don't know what his, I know all his records just are great. So there's something, I've been trying to get an interview with Ted Templeman forever. I have his autobiography. He's a person I really want to interview. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. So Ted's probably late 70s or so. And, you know, I want to talk about these things with them. I want to talk about these records because this is such a, the production is so good on this stuff. Oh my God. Okay. So now I want to talk about the Michael McDonald era. Okay. So this starts in the mid 70s, and, let's start with this. Let's talk about Blackwater, another song that is an incredibly great song.
Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping, Blackwater keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling.
Okay, first of all, not only is this one of the best songs of that era, the recording, listen to the stereo, put headphones on and listen to it.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your light.
I'm not playing along with it because I don't want to spoil it because the recording is so good. Listen to the stereo imaging. The vocal is so upfront. These are important things to be as a producer, right? The vocal is there. Listen to the hard panning. Listen to the harmonies. Listen.
I'm gonna make everything great. Mama gonna make everything alright.
Killer stereo guitar.
I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry.
It sounds gigantic. Once again, let me just go back here. Listen to the harmonies.
Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping, Blackwater keep rolling on past just the same.
Done.
Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon.
Notice the harmonies are in the right speaker. Listen.
On shining on. Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon.
So this is another thing of the 70s that I don't. I've talked about this in the past. That panning, meaning where things are placed in the stereo image, was incredibly important in the 70s. It's always been important, but the way that people created space, Led Zeppelin, the Stones records of the 70s. You'll have I've talked about it in some of my episodes, some of my What Make This Song Great episodes, about the panning, and it's not the stereo of the Beatles, where you'll have the drums on one side, that they were kind of limited because of recording on 4 tracks. But as we get to 8 tracks and 16 tracks in the 70s, the panning of things really became creative. Pink Floyd, Queen, like I said. And this is where this headphone music got to be really important. Steely Dan, I see on here. And so you get just the incredibly high quality sound. These people, the engineers and producers, mastered the recording, the close miking and distant miking of instruments. They mastered things like, if you think of the beginning of Angie by the Stones or Stairway to Heaven, you have one acoustic guitar in one speaker, the left speaker, let's say, and the reverb in the right speaker. Then in Angie, the piano comes in the right speaker, and its reverb is in the left speaker. And these are ways to create space. Then you have these people like Skunk Baxter. Okay, Skunk Baxter, who we're going to talk about in a second, guitar player of the Doobie Brothers and also of Steely Dan. He was one of the original guitar players and plays all these incredible guitar solos. And my favorite Doobie Brothers song, which we're going to talk about, is the Skunk Baxter riff, okay? And but let me talk about Michael McDonald. I'm going to, for the people who just joined us, I have a gig coming up on November 18th at Park West in Chicago. Get your tickets. There's still tickets available. That's in, 4 weeks or so? Something like that? 4 weeks? 5 weeks? It's going to be a Rick Beato Unplugged, unedited, and I'll be doing song breakdowns. Basically, I'm going to have it's like having a live show on here, but I'll do stuff that I can't do on my channel. And then I have a show in London on March 30th. We'll be talking about that. That's next year, but there's a few tickets left for that show, I think. And my sale today, Beato Book Ultimate Bundle, $99 for everything, $178 savings for my ear training course, my Beato Book, which is my music theory, Beato Book Interactive, and my guitar, quick lessons guitar course. All right, now we're going to talk about Michael McDonald era of the Doobie Brothers, okay? And oh, man. Okay, first of all, this is one of the most inventive songs of the 70s. So we got... So this is F minor over G. There's no song that starts with this chord that was a hit that I can think of. Nothing even close. And then so it's F minor over G, and then F to C over G, and then to D7 over G to G7 sus4. Nothing starts like this, right? This is really... Listen again. And the bass, listen how the bass is staggered and the drum part together. Listen. Oh. What? You don't know my kind in your world. Killer drum part. Killer bass part. And then you telling me the things you're gonna do for me. I ain't blind and I don't like what I think I see. Okay. The pre-chorus, this is when we started to get things like pre-choruses. Michael McDonald, this incredibly brilliant writing, right? So they start with this, the pre-chorus and is, so it's going like C to B, 6/9 to F over A, to A flat 13, to G, back to C. Listen. Then, okay, so this chord progression is a killer turnaround blues. Kevin, thank you. Wow, man, this is incredible. Wow, Kevin, I have a couple super chats here. Really appreciate. Hold on, let me close this thing. Martin Turner, Kevin, wow, really appreciate that. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. Thank you, guys. Okay, the chorus, this turnaround chord progression. It's just like, it'd be like, right? It's a classic blues turnaround. Listen again. Then take this message to my brother. You will find him everywhere, wherever people live together. I totally screwed up the turnaround there when it goes back into it. I haven't listened to it forever. Okay. Then. Oh, okay. Wow, that's such a great turnaround there. Then, take this message to my... Okay, one of the finest vocals and vocalists of all time, Michael McDonald. It's interesting. So you got Skunk Baxter, who played with the Doobie Brothers. You have Mike and Steely Dan. You have Michael McDonald that's on every Steely Dan song singing background vocals, and pretty much every song, thank you, Kevin, every song of the 70s, Michael McDonald's on. I need to do a video just about that on itself. But my God, this is an amazing song. I love it. I mean, this has an incredibly great arrangement. It's one of the best recorded songs of that era. I mean, this is really a keyboard part that I'm playing. I mean, who does that? Love that. Okay. Taking it to the streets. And then on the same, and then on the minute by minute record, because of the way that Michael McDonald played keyboard, he brought this soul element to the band, and I don't mean soul like they didn't have soul before, but like soul music to the band, along with the groove music. I mean, come on. She musters a smile for his nostalgic tale. Never coming near what he wanted to say. One of the greatest vocalists of all time. Blue-Eyed Soul. That's it. There we go. Never really was. She had a place. Okay, so you'll notice this, how this section sneaks in. There is no crash, but you hear that the synth come in, right? Listen. I guess it's real strings, yeah. Or maybe it's keyboards, hard to tell. All those upbeats. Now, to have a pre-chorus like this that has a chorus tag is incredibly sophisticated. Wow. I mean, honestly, this song deserves. Some of these songs deserve their own video. I'm really not doing them. I'm doing them a disservice because songs like this, these songs are so sophisticated, part-wise. It's just absolutely brilliant. What a Fool Believes. Jesus is Just All Right With Me, another one of my favorite songs. But I want to get to this particular song that's one of my favorite Doobie Brothers songs. And it's really not a known song, and this is just a thing with me. This is something that I played in high school. I love to turn people onto this tune. I think it's actually done in an open tuning. It's a Skunk Baxter thing. And I want to say, it sounds like he's in an open D tuning, but I'll play, basically what the notes are, but it's definitely not played because I don't want to retune the guitar right now. But it's this song. It's on the Minute by Minute record, but it's this. Listen. Listen to this. Okay, this is called Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels, okay? That is unbelievable. That is an incredibly great riff. He's muting it. He's definitely playing it with open strings, but, that is so cool. Hard to play. That is hard to play. I'm going to try and play along with it and fail because I'm holding the acoustic really weirdly. And it's impossible to play on this, but I'm going to try. Hold on. Oh, that's so fun. And the oh, you can hear that there are two open strings in there. Okay, so if I tune to open, I hear the E being a D, I think, and I hear an open F sharp string in there. So I think it's open D tuning that he's doing. I'd love to have Skunk on and actually ask him because there's obviously Skunk Baxter is one of the finest session players and one of the finest guitar players of that era ever. And this is absolutely brilliant playing. The muting of it and where the open strings are, but the lick. I can't even bend that string. I have 13s to 56 on here. Now he's definitely playing open strings in there, but that's the great vocal. You notice that his part, Skunk's part, is only in the left speaker. The other speaker is the rhythm. This is called "Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels." It's on the minute by minute record. I think came out in 1978. Let me see who produced this, because it's incredibly well produced too. Let's see here. This is Ted Templeman, of course. Came out in 1978. Okay, Van Halen 1 came out in 1978. So Ted Templeman produced Van Halen 1 and Minute by Minute by the Doobie Brothers. Okay? Think about that. Think about how different this is. Let me look up Van Halen 1. Okay, this was released on December 1st, 1978. Let me look up Van Halen 1. You guys probably can look this up before I can, but let me quickly look at this. Van Halen 1 was released on what day? February 1978. Okay, so this was done. So Van Halen 1, okay, was recorded in 77, August through September. In 77, came out in 78, and this record was recorded in 78, the minute by minute record, but these could not be any different. But you know what, the one thing that's consistent between them? They have amazing songs on them. They have great grooves, and they are incredibly well recorded and mixed. Okay, this is absolutely unreal. And but this "Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels." Let me look up this. So Pat Simmons lead vocals on this, but Skunk Baxter. Let me see here. "Don't Stop to Watch the Wheels." Yes. So it's Pat Simmons, Jeff Baxter, and Michael Ebert wrote this one, and Patrick Simmons is doing the is it Simons or Simmons? Simons, is that right? Is doing the lead vocals on this, and he's just the vocals are unbelievable on this, absolutely phenomenal. Somebody said Templeton did Thriller. He did not. That's Quincy Jones produced Thriller. Pat Simmons, okay. But Skunk Baxter, this is one of the finest guitar riffs of that era, and it's really kind of an unknown song unless you listen to those records back then. This is a song that I used to play in high school. I used to love playing guitar to this. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate that. I used to love playing guitar along with this, and this stuff is really absolutely genius musically. So, got my Beato bundle on sale. If you haven't gotten it, it's $178 off, $98 for all 3 educational things I sell. I only sell things to make you a better musician. That's it. You want to support the channel? That's great. That's how I pay for things. That's how I pay for all my interviews when I go out and do things. I'm not supported. I don't do ads. I only do ads for things, for my own things. Right? This is a listener supported, right, or viewer supported station here only. You guys are the best. I got a gig at Park West in Chicago, November 18th. Get your tickets. Love to see you there. Love to meet you. And Doobie Brothers, killer. Sorry that it took me so long to get to them, but here we go. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye.